Hello everyone and welcome to another Prolegomena gaming stream. My name is Mike and I'll be your host for the April 24th show. We are still awaiting Dominaria's MTG Arena release. Magic's latest set is primed to hit the Arena beta on Thursday, and when that does, we will be cracking packs and brewing decks. However, in the meantime, we'll be piloting a blue-red Spellslinging deck today. The deck is looking to tempo our opponent out through cheap removal and disruption, such as Magma Spray and Censor, and we're backed up by heavy-hitting creatures. Enigma Drake is our headlining threat, as it combines evasion with potentially catastrophic damage. Another interesting threat is Riddleform, which is a 2-mana enchantment that turns into a 3/3 flying beater when we cast a non-creature spell. This allows it to dodge many kinds of removal, such as Ravenous Chupacabra. Does this slightly upgraded precon deck have what it takes to stay afloat in the current meta? Let's jump into some games and find out. Our quest for the day is to play 10 lands, only 225 gold, but that is probably the easiest quest in the game. Let's jump in and see how we do. Up against Manus. Opponent will be going first. This is more of a controlling hand, but we can perhaps cycle into threats through using our lands or spells such as Opt. Player tapped Highland Lake first, hopefully looking to Censor or Essence Getter, something on their turn 3. If they play a Lord here, then pretty poor shape. But we do have a number of sweepers on our deck, such as Hour of Devastation. Now we just have to stay alive until we get to that. Can censor this. Take a bunch of damage, however. Taking 4 again. Opponent seems to be sitting on a lot of removal. Hopefully they play into this Hour of Devastation, and then we can cycle this Desert. Hopefully find a threat to close out this game. So we will go down to 6 here. We can clear the board on our turn. Call to the Feast. not what we want to see after we cast our sweeper. If they have a lord, they might play it pre-combat. We can Essence Scatter, activate Riddleform, Sanctum Seeker, counter that. Set a stop so we can scry on our upkeep. Try to find something good. Lightning Strike should buy us a turn. We can kill something and activate the Riddleform. We're just staying alive at the moment. We're not really progressing. One has a Martyr of Dusk. A Sanctum Seeker. Sure. So we need another one of our sweepers here. It's not going to cut it. Hieroglyphic Illumination into something. Yep. We just couldn't do enough to stabilize, but felt pretty okay with how our deck looked there. Let's try it again though. Lucky me this time. There's our Enigma Drake. We can opt into, hopefully, a red source. We can Riddleform into Magma Spray. See if our opponent plays around anything. They might have a Lightning Strike, but we have another Riddleform and an Enigma Drake. Opponent's stuck on mana here. Unsummon as a tempo play that also grows our Drake. Take 3. It's fine. Question is, do we unsummon here? Go down to 11. Sure. Daredevil. Do they get any value out of it? Looks like they might not have a land. End of turn. Cycle this first, see what we get. This will cost 4. Reduce it by 3. If we play it now, it'll be for 5, and we can leave up Unsummon. But our Drake will be only getting it for 2. I think that's fine. Getting down a 6/5 beater with cheap interaction makes us feel pretty good. Was probably the wrong move because they can now use Unsummon. So that's a punt. We can still cast the Cryptic Serpent. They were holding up another Lightning Strike, it looked like, or an Abrade. But I think that was the wrong play there. We should have, should have unsummoned the other one, I believe. Attack with our 6/5. And exile the egg. So now is 5 mana. That'd be Glorybringer time. Here's the Lightning Strike to finish off the Drake. Bling, something I was not expecting. If we found a lightning strike there, we would have been able to close out the game. As it sits, we need to hold everything back to block if given the chance. When has 3 cards in hand, we're probably dead here, dead even to a desert. Do they have another fling for the ultimate BM? Definitely an interesting way to build your deck. But we did play 10 lands, so we got the consolation prize of our completing our quest. Putting Fling in a deck with a lot of 2-power creatures is doing it the hard way. But our opponent got it done, some more power to them. Let's see if we can get it done for the day and get our first win. We can hit our land drops. This looks pretty good. Perhaps an explore deck. Need another land. We won't censor commune. We'll probably use it to... That's a long way off. We'll probably use it to find our next land. We do. There's not a lot of options to deal with a 4 toughness creature and 3 mana. Treasure map, though, is card advantage that we have to look out for. Pump our Drake, hopefully find another land. And Abrade. So on 4 mana, they could play a Ripjaw Raptor, or Chupacabra. We can't deal with any of those without the blue mana. So our best bet here is just get rid of the treasure map here, pump our Drake for a turn. So Chupacabra in a dinosaur deck, perhaps not likely. Let's see what's up. Another commune. Or a Deathcord Scavenger that's great against us. We can at least kill it and rebuy it instant into our sorcery, or refill graveyard here. Stop those shenanigans. We tapped very poorly there. So let's be as aggro as possible. We do have a turn 2 clock. We can play the Bloodwater Entity to rebuy the Lightning Strike, but we might just want to sit up Oh. That is also good against us. Play this for no value. Get some sort of clock. Exile. No, thank you. Gift of Paradise, sure. Their opponent just had it all there. Against a Merfolk deck, the Sweltering Suns will be relevant. Perhaps green-red monsters. Like Merfolk. We can censor the Deeproot and then Sweltering Suns when we need to. Say no to this, take 3. Stop taking 3. See what our opponent is up to. Deeproot, sure. Fortunately, that's not an artifact. The Sweltering Suns can put in work if they're just playing out their hand. Silver Gill is fine. This all gets swept away. We can abrade this. Another Jade Bearer would be annoying on the hexproof creature with Curiosity. Let's clear the board. Leave up the Abrade for the Waker here, and then play Riddleform on our turn. Play Jade Light instead. They reveal a land. 2 lands. Somehow my timer is going down. Yeah. So they play one of the lands that we did not know about, which is great for us. Get rid of the Waker here. Fine. Scry. Scry on upkeep. Negate. Not really what we need here. Drake sounds good. Now a 7/4. They can pump one of their creatures. We'll take 4. I choose not to. Get to the bottom. So we can Field of Ruin the Heshp Oasis, and they're stuck with 4 power on the board. We go down to at least 6. playing the land so we get a scry off. Jade Bear. Sure. The Mistcloaked Herald, I'm assuming. Opt. So we can block 2, take 5. So we need to find something here. Another Drake. Have to put that to the bottom. This puts us on top. Is that correct? This won't help us. We block 2, take 5, so we're dead. Still winless. Not sure how I'm feeling about the deck. Once the Enigma Drake gets going, it's a great threat, but kind of have to have it. It's another mono red opponent. Taking 1 down to 18. One is stuck on 2 lands. Might fire off a lightning strike end of turn, but they do not. I'm assuming it's just 3 mana spells in their hand. They find the Kenra. There's another Kenra. Since their opponent is stuck on mana, they're not going to be able to play around Censor. So trying to save it for something like a Glorybringer or a Hazoret. Magma Spray would have been great for the first 2 Kenras. We've taking 6 from this Firebrand here. Full price Daring Buccaneer. Just get rid of everything they have. This is why we save the Censor. And now we have a 6/5. Hard for amount of it to deal with. And start beating down. And then we have Expel from Orazca with some more interaction. On-crop Crusher. So we take 4 here. Scry. Sweltering Suns. I think we can save that for next turn. See if we need to use anything else here. I don't think we scry here, so we can hold him Negate. Should probably attack first. Should have definitely attacked first. So that's frustrating. So yeah, we might have thrown the game there. Sure. Let's try it again. See if we can salvage this episode here. We go first. Sure. Island would be great here. But we can Supreme Will anything that's relevant. We look for a red source with it. Use Negate while we can use the Negate. Take 3 here. Counter a Lord, but looking to use this Supreme Will, find a red source. So we can have a 3/4. Looks pretty good for the board. Be probably tough for them to deal with. They have a cast out Ixalan's Binding. Radiant Destiny. We can still get through. Make them have the Mona Craving here. Looks like they have it. Another Radiant Destiny. Kind of just having it all. We can negate the other Radiant Destiny and block the Paladin if we need to. Or just eat the Martyr of Dusk. Our opponent with the wonderful BM there at the end. Feels great. Still winless. Still winless. Not where we want to be. If we can go winless on the hour, we'll change it up. Playing a copper opponent. See if this can get there. Another mono red opponent. Trying to pull up Enigma Drake until we can protect it, if possible. So we take at least 2 here. Hazoret would be pretty bad. Looks like they don't have it. But not really in a position to attack. Magma Spraying Fanatical Firebrand feels pretty bad. We don't really want to trade off 2 for 2 against the mono red opponent. They Field of Ruin in case they play their Red Desert. No attacks. Glorybringer. This deck has been the most painful thing I've played. Whew. Let's try one more. If we don't get a win here, then we just switch it out because going winless feels pretty terrible. This might be the same opponent. Another mono red deck, which would be about as fun as it can get. Sure. Yep. Opponent is playing mono red and feeling good about themselves. Probably need to cycle this Sweltering Suns to find another land. Looks like we won't need to do that. We take at least 6, go down to 12, but we can sweep the board. We'll probably still be cycling this Hieroglyphic Illumination. Fine for us. Go down to 12, but we can stabilize. We don't have an Essence Scatter for Glorybringer or Hazoret. So those will be problems. Can play Enigma Drake or hold up Lightning Strike and Abrade. So we can play a Cryptic Serpent now. It's a 6/5 that doesn't get hit by the Eternalize ability. Perhaps our opponent has a response to our cycling activation. Let's see what they do. Like we're still winning, and there we go. Magma Spray. Too little, too late here. It's just player 6/5, and if we get Hazoreted, we get Glorybringered, all bad. That is fine. Try to get win on our turn, so they have to clear our board, essentially. Not the spell. See what our opponent has. We can negate anything that's relevant. And then finally win. Negate the second interaction here. Then an hour into our stream today, we get our first win. That feels great. Got a 200 gold, up to 397, 3,900 gold. We're saving that for Dominaria this upcoming Thursday. It's something we won't play. That deck was horrible, so let's put a pause on this. I'm going to go get some more water, and then we'll switch it up. That deck felt terrible. We're a bad control deck. We were a bad aggro deck. Let's try full control now with blue-white approach. See if we can try to get up to a neutral record today. We're definitely in the hole starting off. See what our opponent has. Sure. Hello to you. We have 2 approaches. So if we can get up to 7 mana, we can win the game. Once we resolve the second one from our hand, we will be good. Maybe should have been that, looking for a land, because we only had 3 at the time, but some more interaction is what we need here. Just have cancel up in case they try to play a creature, and then play the irrigated farmlands on turn 4. Opponent might be a blue-white embalm deck, like a control deck without any blue mana. Sure. Yep. You can ramp if you like. An Ascend deck? I'm not sure. We can cycle this another turn. Hope to hit our 6th land. Field of Ruin is fine. They might get our irrigated farmland to get, I'm assuming, an island for them. Just mono white control. Their hand might be full of stuff like Baffling End, which is irrelevant against us. Essence Scatters, probably dead cards here. Opponent can try to play Approach this turn. We just let that happen. There's the Approach. The dead draw. Mono white Approach is one way to do it. Okay. We do have 26 lands in the deck. Opponent chooses not to draw at end of turn. Approach is 4 down. Finally hit a land. Sure. They can cycle into it if they want, but we have 2 counters up, and they don't have any blue mana. So it's going to be hard for them to resolve anything that matters here. Not cycling the Illumination, just in case we need the 2 counters. When it does have 11 mana. We're stuck on 6. Draw some cards. Get rid of their arch. And have up cancel and essence scatter. Just mindlessly clicking the board there, selected the planes. So we will only have cancel up. Waiting for our opponent to do something. Now if our opponent plays another approach here, we're going to be sad for misclicking on our land. There's the approach. Mono white approach, getting it done. Against all odds. I can feel the tilt. I can feel it in my bones. Try to push that back down. Merfolk. land. We need answers. They have another Mistbinder or Lord effect. We can Dusk, clear the board. We'll be taking at least 4 here. Getting to 7 mana is going to be difficult. Opponent was playing around Settle the Wreckage, which we sort of gave away as not having there. Let's go into full control mode. Try to give the impression that we drew it. Jade Bearer on Mistbinder. Sure. Can't play Dusk because then we lose. Opponent has to not go for the win here. We do. We tap out and then concede. We're still stuck on 1 win. Let's at least try to get to 4. We can get our guaranteed rare. Up against a Fortnite player. Search would be helpful, I suppose. See if we can win something today. Gateway is not something to see often, as it is a mythic where wildcard usage. Interesting to see if they're trying to do anything with the mana that the flipped Azor's Gateway can provide. It's just a value add. Might be splashing other colors. So try to prevent them from getting that with Paradise. They Doomfall take our Hieroglyphic Illumination. We can get 2 cards. They can take the best one. Might be an approach. So they get our approach. We have 2 others. Drawing a lot of lands. Search for Sconta will flip when we have 7 or more cards in the graveyard, so we're incentivized to bin the next card. Gideon. We can Gideon plus Baffling End. Sure.
This is a plane worth saving.
Opponent has Field of Ruin, so we're not going to be flipping the search. So. And then hopefully we Baffling End the correct zombie here. Perhaps we did, perhaps we did not. We'll find out shortly. Looks like we did. We have an Essence Scatter for Zakama, I guess is what they're ramping up into. But they don't have any of the other colors that they need for it. There could be the big Expel. Another Hour Promise, sure. Leaving on the Field of Ruin.
Not if I can help it.
Gideon goes down to 1. Our opponent can play something that's not a creature. This Dusk is looking pretty bad. Their opponent's 2/2 zombies. Opponent can draw a card looking for something as well. Let's see what they have. 6 mana. Orazca. 4. There's the Negate that we needed previous turn. See if we can kill the Orazca.
I've been waiting for this.
Take 6 on the following turn. Has 3 separate converted mana costs under the gateway. So we take 2, they kill the Gideon.
Next time I'll be ready.
Opponent tapping mana very deliberately. Be negated. So they can cycle, draw a card. We get rid of the gateway. We can try to binding. Try to use the rivulet to make the mill over the approach. We have another one right here. Then we just lose on the spot. Sure. Approach is 5 cards down. Another Hour of Promise. So looking to win by zombie beats. We do have Sell the Wreckage in our deck, so we're not out of it yet. If our opponent pumps a zombie, we're just dead here. Today has been quite painful. I need like 2 wins. 2 wins in a row. Start feeling good. I will take a keepable hand. See if we can try that. Don't have any instant speed interaction on 2, so just get rid of the aspirant here and then Supreme Will, or cancel anything after that. See what our opponent has. Take 3, it looks like. Bishop Soldier. Looks like we're countering something again. Hopefully drawing a land. Don't want to have to use Supreme Will for land drop. They have another Lord effect. We need to draw something like Sell the Wreckage. We're taking what, 5 here? Or 6? We can crack the Sheffet Dunes. 4. Let's find that settled wreckage. So the reason I took Dusks there is because of the Sheffet Dunes, our opponent cracked. The opponent's creatures were 3 power. And Dusk will kill creatures with 3 power. But that effect wears off on our turn. So, yeah. The maximum Rubbins, we draw the Settle the Wreckage. So let's shake it off. Let's shake it off, reset. Change the deck. Just gotta change it up. Let's go Hipatra. Even if we lose with it, it'll be somewhat more fun. We go first. We have turn 3 Nest. To Great Maw, Chupacabra. Sure. See if we can actually win a game. We've only won 1 so far in an hour and a half. Once on mono red. Because they don't know how to have fun. Chupacabra something next turn. Block with 2 of our Scarabs this turn if we need to. Assuming the Oncrop Crasher exerts on the Great Maw. Which looks like they're doing. So we will trade off here. Give them a chance. Sure. Does their opponent have a follow-up? Binary Storm. The question is, do we kill the Lannery here or the Rigging Runner? Lannery can ramp into a Glorybringer or Hazoret. But the Rigging Runner can definitely get in for 2. Let's go for the first strike here, but it definitely could be the wrong play. So we take a billion here. We can Field Ruin the ramming up ruins into either Doomfall. We can Doomfall our last card. Try to stabilize that way. So hopefully they didn't draw anything relevant. Then we can Chupacabra the Crasher next turn. And Grasping Dunes, something if we need to. But definitely block here. The Rigging Runner. So we have to Chupacabra Crasher so we can block. The question is, what do we throw the 1/1 counter from Grasping Dunes on? It has to be the Rigging Runner, or so we can guarantee the Scarab token. So let's kill the Crasher. Shrink the Rigging Runner. Get a Scarab token. And if our opponent draws nothing for the rest of the game, we might have stabilized. Let's see if that happens. Sure. be Mono Craving the Kenra, they can get it back next turn. So we can Mono Craving the Rigging Runner and block the Firebrand with the Scarab. See how that works. Go down to 5. We just need to draw a relevant spell here. Amit is interesting. If they kill the Chupacabra in response, we still have a 4/3 lifelinker. We're definitely in the market of blocking here. It's Cycle. Great addition to our deck. Cycling lands. See what it brings us. Festering Mummy. Interesting. Would have been a lot better on turn 1. See what our opponent has. Glorybringer. I will shrink your Glorybringer. I might have a Lightning Strike to finish us off. Maybe not. So we pass the turn, see if we're dead. Oh. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have a pump effect. And this Festering Mummy can hold the board. Punish the Lord, which sounds good in the general sense, because we don't have double black for the Golden Demise. And we can Great Maw next turn, or if we draw land, Bloodfast and Exemplar. There's Lord effect. Trade off for the Sky Marcher.
Honestly, anybody that
So let's see if the Death Touch Snake token created by Patra, 0 poisons, is able to come up the board. You have a 4/5. We have a Deadlands. But our opponent has hit 2 Legion Lieutenants and 2 of their Radiant Destinies in the top 16 cards, which is pretty good for them. They could Deadlands the Snake if they have another black mana. Cast out on 4/5. Sure. Kill your lord. Just block some stuff. So we could Deadlands the Maverick Fane here, get a snake token, block, and then sack. If our opponent has another Radiant Destiny. Another loss. Another loss for the good guys. Feeling good. Feeling good about this one. Magma Spray it. Play a Ripjaw Raptor here, which would be pretty bad for us. If we draw another land, we can Chupacabra or something. Using a removal spell on Patra. It's kind of a wash. See what they do. So we have Craving up, we have a Bloodfast activation up, pay 1 and a black, pay 2 life, draw a card. We can Chupacabra, whatever they play. Opponent will lose this race. We now have 8 power on the board. Sure. Have get rid of that, and then hold up Bloodfast or Moment of Craving. I might have another Scarab here. Commune. Savage Stomp. Carnage Tyrant is a beating. So we have 3, 5. We have Ascend here. Do we? We have 3, 5. Yeah, 5. Yeah. Then they can play land and their Carnage Tyrant. That's fine. See what our opponent does. Our opponent has a Carnage Tyrant, but they can't beat our Scarab. Finally get our second win of the day, the second hour of the stream. And our reward for that is rare, as foretold, mythic. Interesting. Do we have... Is that our only as foretold? It is. we started off with the Izzet for Real deck. We gave it a chance. It scorned us, but we liked it so much. We're gonna try it again. And if it fails us this time, we just delete it. So let's see what we have here. Control opponent. Maybe aggro pirates, I'm assuming. Riddleform. Sure. Mirror match. So we could unsummon. Get rid of the Marauder. Take one. Soulscar Mage. Sure. Play a Drake of our own. Might be Acid Scattered here. Countervailing Winds. So take 7 here. what our opponent has in response. Sure. We could take an Unsummon from our deck, put it on top. Does that do anything? We can take an Abrade. An Opt. Is an Opt better than the average card in our deck? Probably. Gives us a scry. We have more mana than any one spell in our deck can do. Take at least 3 here. There's the Enigma Drake. There's our Opt. So we block the Enigma Drake. Loses flying, loses all abilities. Sure. So we don't die to the prowess. So today's been rough, but if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to like, comment, or subscribe. And as soon as Dominaria hits on Thursday of this week, we will be buying packs and building new decks. So be sure to hang out for that. Yeah, thank you again for hanging out. Have a good day.